Hey friends, sorry the last video ran long, so I needed to make a part 2 for going over the area of circles. Sorry, the area of sectors, which are parts of circles. So this format looks the same. We're just going to continue on and make sure we're doing area. So again, the vocabulary, sector is just a piece of the pie. It's a portion of the circle that includes the center and the arc length. The arc length is just the curved part of that section. The radii is just plural. Two radiuses together is called the radii. It's also equal to the length of the diameter. You also need to know how to find the circumference of a circle, how many degrees are in a circle, 360, and the area of a circle. Steps of Success handout. Please make sure you have that. It's so much easier to do your homework if you do. An area is shorter. You're only going to have 1, 2, 3 steps. So I want to see your answers like this, linear, like that, with all formulas and labels. So let's get started. Make sure you have your, this should not say perimeter, this should say area. Make sure you have your area notes ready and your Steps of Success, pencil, and calculator. Please again, work showing each numbered step. I appreciate you in advance for showing quality work. Here we go, this is the right slide. Area notes. Let's get started. So the first, number 1, you'll see a picture that looks like this. It's a circle that has a radius of 4 millimeters. That means this radius is 4 millimeters as well, and it's 120 degrees. It's measured at 120 degrees, so we want to see what part of that it is. So I look at the handout. Step 1, changing colors here. Let's find a color that works. Step 1 on area of a sector is to find the area of the entire circle. So I use the formula A equals pi r squared. So area is 3.14, and I'm going to multiply by 4 squared. So you notice how it's linear, everything is lined up. And pause the video and see if we get the same answer and label. So the area is 50.24 millimeters squared. Let's look at the second step. Second step is the same. You still have to find the fraction of the circle. So I take my number of degrees that I have, and I want to find the fractional part. There are 360 degrees in all, 1236. I remember doing 1236 before. So you want to reduce your fraction of 1236, and you could use your ABC button, but that might not be there on the test day. And you get a third. A third is equivalent to 0.3 forever. You want to make sure to use the fraction. The fraction is the exact answer, and you can't enter in 0.3 forever. So you have that fraction of 1/3 in your calculator, or 120 over 360. You're going to want to make sure you keep that, because the third step, the area of the sector, and you write it like this, A parenthesis sector, and you say that area of the sector is the area of the circle multiplied by the fraction of the circle. Now, you don't necessarily need to write it all out like this. This is what your work will look like. If you want to abbreviate sector with S, you're going to substitute in your area of your circle and multiply it by your fractional part. So you should already have 1/3 in your calculator right now. So you just hit times 50.24, and you'll get an answer of 16.746 forever millimeters squared. Okay, so that is the area of this piece of pie. The next example looks like this. That's 180 degrees. Sorry about the typing, it doesn't look so great. I need to first find the area of the entire circle. So A is pi r squared. Pause the video and see if you can do it. Now, did you notice that the area is 153.86 centimeters squared? You had to first find the radius by dividing the diameter by 2. And now let's do the second step. let's find the fraction of the circle. We have 180 degrees over 360, and some of you can see that that's already just a half. And a half, you could either use the fraction or the decimal, 0.5, because it's a terminating. So the third step is to find the area of the sector by taking this area and multiplying it by your answer for number 2. So 153.86, and you already have the half in your calculator right now. 153.86 times 0.5, or a half, the area of your sector is 76 and 93 hundredths centimeters squared. You want to make sure your label is squared, and you have 3 answers for 3 points. This next example, 270 is the degrees. If you cannot read that, the area is pi r squared. So please pause and see if you can work through this. All right, so with substitution, you substitute an 11 in for your radius, squared it, got 121 multiplied by 3.14, and got your final answer of 379.94. The second step is to find the part of your circle. So I have 270 degrees out of 360. If you want to reduce that, you'll get 3/4. You can use that fraction or the decimal equivalent since it does end. Either answer is fine. Circle or square, whichever one you're going to use, and then your final answer, your area of your sector, is going to be the area of your circle multiplied by the fractional part of your that you have. So times 3/4 or 0.75. You should have one of those answers already in your calculator, so you should only have to type in one. Your final area of the sector is 284 and 955 thousandths inches squared. You need to again make sure it's squared because it is an area. Okay, get ready for number 3. Sorry, that was number 3. So again, if you're finding the area of a sector but you're not given any numbers, so you wanted to find the area of this, the number that you would use for the portion of your circle, you figure out how many pieces there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'd use the fractional part, step 2, to be 2/7. And if you have an example that looks like this thing here just means the number of degrees. So if they gave you like 100, that means it's 100 degrees out of the entire circle. 100 over 360, 1036, which is 5 over 18. That's what you would use for your fractional part, multiplied it by the area. They give you more numbers than that. But that's what that means. When you find that on your MCA, that's what to look for. So now it's time for a break. You have to do the area of a sector homework right now, because practice makes perfect. Please make sure you show all of your steps, and just an FYI, if you ever go to the Eiffel Tower, this is what the steps look like. So you'll know how many steps you've gone up because they're numbered. So please make sure you show your numbered step on your paper linearly. If you need more work, please grab another piece of paper. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for your time. Ciao.